Started as an East Coast vibe now.
You ain't about nothing. You ain't about nothing.
I don't even want to hear your mouth, Jack. Even it's like 4K.
Look at that, Andres. I'm not going to have you on, bruh. You're going to be in the background.
Then F you.
Oh, really? You're going to drop that bomb on me to start the show right off? Thanks. I appreciate that, sir. How's it going, folks? MCU'S Bleeding Edge in the house. Monday evening, 2/19/24, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, to bust off another episode or version or show of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge Report. I'm here with special guest co-host, Andres Pop Culture Guy from the Andres Pop Culture Guy channel presents. Just grinded out a badass live stream review of 22 Jump Street with him last night. So it was good. How you doing, Andres?
Very good. Very excited to talk about our topics today.
You ready to grind, baby?
Yep. Oh, I sent you the Fantastic Four article. And
thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you segued right into that. Folks, I'm Jeff S., a.k.a. TrueKnowledge, creator and host of the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. We're covering this evening to start off with the Fantastic Four casting announcement, and our thoughts basically on the sort of the release date of the film and the film itself. Moving on from there, I haven't seen the Espen 97 trailer yet. We're going to play the trailer, discuss, react to that, and then we got Rick and Michonne, The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live preview segment to do after that and whatnot. We're going to play the trailers for the first time ever in the Bleeding Edge history. Both of them, I've never seen either one of them. So we're going to wrap that out, and then I got some nice clips of us doing Daryl Dixon in Dead City for the end of the show. I thought you'd enjoy that, Andres, of us doing some ratings.
I am surprised.
Sound good, sir?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
Do you remember Daryl Dixon, Dead City?
I remember Daryl Dixon. That was a great show. And a lot of character depth and all that. Great zombie attacks. Dead City, I don't know.
Remember?
At the end of the episode, that he has made decisions to stay in French and help the deaf people. Because when we saw the season 2 teaser, of course, Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, the book of Carol, you see clips of him helping the Nest people and like.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is do you think in season 2 it's going to be a duality kind of thing where they're going to have a counter story? You're going to have Daryl doing his thing in France, so you're going to have Carol, and you're going to see Carol also over the U.S.
Yes.
Instead of putting them together, they're going to put them apart in different countries, but have 2 different stories.
Yeah, it definitely seems like
that would make for a good series, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense what they're going to do. Like I definitely can see like Carol towards the end.
There you go, folks. Throwback to us covering Daryl Dixon. It feels like forever ago. But So what did you send me here for an article here, Andreas? What do we got?
All right, let's discuss this. So if you guys didn't see our live stream yesterday, we did briefly discuss
Direct.com. Shout out to the Direct.com.
Yeah, Direct.com. Here's our official logo of the Fantastic Four. By the way, I like it. It's really cool. Retro.
That's the official logo?
For now, we'll see. I mean, it's gonna change it. I mean, in the next year or so, before the movie is released. Anyway, so we have the article here to show you the picture of the full cast. We got our cast announcement finally. After so many months of speculation, we see the Fantastic Four in their suits. So, here we got our first look for Reed and Susan Storm, of course, played by Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. Really digging Vanessa Kirby. She is Susan Storm. Which is
she's
great.
35. I didn't know that. She's 35 years old. So she's actually not as young as I thought she was.
No. She's just a couple years younger than Pedro, but not too much. And then here we got our Human Torch, played by Joshua Quinn. If anyone knows him, he's the 80 Mason from Stranger Things season 4. So he's gonna play our Human Torch. He's 30, so he's a good age.
And Pedro's 40, 48 or 46, I think. And the guy who's playing the Thing from the Bear is 41.
Really?
He was in Andor. I knew I recognized him from somewhere. He's from Andor.
Yes, I forgot to mention that yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, he's in Endor. Oh, a fun Easter egg. He has been in the MCU, and he was in the Netflix shows.
He was Microchip in the Punisher Netflix series.
Good job, buddy. I was hoping you know that. So yeah, so we got Joshua Quinn as the Human Torch there, and then of course this is our look for the Thing. Thank goodness he's wearing clothes. If you know what I'm talking about, with the movie. And this is the full picture here. They released this in Valentine's Day, folks. Wait, stay there for a minute. I'm sorry, Jeff.
No problem.
There's a couple of things to look out. Like, first off, I love how blue, the color blue, it's really prominent in this picture. Besides Valentine's Day, you see there the picture of above the Thing. That's actually the actor that's playing the Thing as the astronaut. If everyone knows that Ben Grimm not only is a soldier, he's a pilot, astronaut person. So that's his picture before he became the Thing. And then last thing to just notify, we got Herbie, the robot. If no one knows who's Herbie the robot came from the 60s, like Fantastic Four animation show. He replaced Johnny because apparently Marvel was trying to make a solo Human Torch animation show back in the day. It didn't happen. So they have this robot to replace Human Torch in that cartoon show.
That thing was supposed to replace Johnny Storm?
Yes, it's so funny. You need to see it, Jeff. It's so like they did because before. That's the realistic reason. The stupid reason people have speculated over the years is because the censorship was worrying that if the kids see the Human Torch, they think that the kids will copy the Human Torch and torch themselves into Human Torch. That was
I remember hearing about that. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
They thought kids were going to become the Human Torch or some shit.
Yeah, for some stupid reason. It's like, come on, kids are not stupid. Like, they know that's fake. So yeah, so that's what happened. Hold on.
Let me jump in here. All right, so as far as what I was telling you earlier about the ages, so we've already discussed this, folks. We've talked about the Fantastic forecasting already. We talked about it on Andre's show. We talked about it here already a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull them up. If you pull them up, Andreas, would you pull up the actual the cinematography background of the different actors and actresses so we can pull that up on like IMDb?
Okay. All right, let me do that.
Yeah, because I was going to say no, because basically now I'm aware who they are for the most part. Now I get the gist. Even though maybe I don't watch as much TV as you or Cyber does at times, I have a pretty firm idea who these all are now. And now Matt Shackman from WandaVision and Monarch Legacy of Monsters is directing the Fantastic Four from a screenplay by Josh Friedman.
Yeah,
I think that's interesting. Now, like I mentioned before, that is a pretty significant. Don't you think that's pretty comic book accurate that they would have Pedro Pascal be that much older than Sue Storm?
Yeah. So, it's like first, let me give some context here. People like in the comics, Susan always was like, what, 3 or 4 years younger than Reed, and Reed was always older in the comics.
Even more younger than that.
Yeah.
It's a significant age gap.
Yeah,
in different periods of the Fantastic Four comics, they would age up Reed more.
Yes, exactly, and you're on point there, Jeff. Because I never noticed that. I knew they had a gap, but I don't know how big the gap.
Pretty significant in the comics, yeah. I remember that it's like at least over 10 years.
Yeah, the movies don't. I'm trying to figure out. Like, the movies don't do it too much. Like the Fantastic, they were like somewhat the same age. And then the Tim Story ones, like I think Jessica Alba was 2 years old, like 2 years younger than the Mr. Fantastic actor, Iron Golf, the actor that played Mr. Fantastic.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I don't know you know about the Roger Corman one. See, that one is the most faithful one. Like that has the age gap difference.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this Jessica Kirby, she rose to prominence from her for her role as Princess Margaret in The Crown.
Great show.
She got before an Oscar nomination for performance in 2020's Pieces of a Woman. Says previously teased her desire to take on the Invisible Woman role. It would be an honor to play Sue Storm. Kirby told Variety at the premiere of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 in 2023. I guess she's been playing the villain in the Mission Impossible series.
Yes. She is called the White Widow. If everyone hasn't seen the Mission Impossible movies, so that's who she is. Oh, and it's funny because Mattis from Guardians is in the new Mission Impossible movie. Pon Clementine, if that's her name. So she's there as well in Mission Impossible, which is funny. What else? Oh, the release date. So, I said you that I mean. Also, another new thing about the release date is that they pushed back Fantastic Four now to July of 2025. And so, what was it? Thunderbolts went up to now May 2nd, 2025.
That's right.
So that's very significant for good reasons. I mean, because of the actor's schedule.
So she is English.
Yes.
The stage, TV, and film actress. From 2016 to 2018, Kirby portrayed Princess Margaret in Peter Morgan's Netflix series The Crown, for which she won the BAFTA Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Television Series in 2018. She starred as Estella in the BBC adaptation of Great Expectations. There's the Mission Impossible stuff right there. Mostly known for her stage work, so she's a stage actress.
Yeah, which a lot of British actors are, if everyone knows. Like a lot of the European actors are very like stage work. I mean, like Kenneth Branagh, who did the first Thor movie.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so it's very common in overseas actors. It's common here, but not like over here in America, it's not like significant like over there.
This is Evan Moss Bachrach, right?
Yeah,
Was an Andor. He played the one character. I forget the name the character he played, but it was during the whole heist part of the Andor series that we reviewed here at Leading Edge. Yeah, it was during the heist part of the first season. But yeah, there's his stuff right there. It doesn't even have the bear right there. It's Girls, Tokyo Project, John Adams. He played John Adams.
Yes. Yeah, he plays the son, right? John Adams. He's been here for a while in Hollywood. And the Punisher, as we brought up, he's Michael Tripp for the first season. So it's pretty cool.
It's hard to imagine him as the Thing until we actually see him. That they do whatever they're going to do with the CGI and everything, right? Yeah.
Like, is it going to be just like the Hulk in the MCU, like motion capture, like Thanos level type, which makes a lot of sense. Which is like I have faith on. I mean, despite us not liking the FF4 stick, the Thing did look okay there as a CGI character. So, and like we have Korg. I know this is weird, but like Korg is a rock creature. He looked good in the two Thor films.
There's no comparison between Korg and the Thing.
Yeah, I mean, first off, he's not orange. I get that, and two, I don't like Korg. So I'm just comparing.
I like Korg. Korg's all right. Even though Taika voices him.
Oh God.
And Taika directed Thor: Love and Thunder, which is like the worst MCU film ever. But so Joseph Quinn, I forgot he was in Game of Thrones.
Who was he in Game of Thrones?
I can't remember. I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I watched House of the Dragon. Yeah, I got to go back and watch. I got to go back and watch Game of Thrones one of these days. But no. So So as far as the release dates go, are we still? What? How many MCU films are we looking at getting next year?
So I think right now is 3 films. Let me double check it because we got Thunderbolts,
Fantastic Four, and Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
So what? They're pushing now. Blade's not coming out until 2026.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Right.
Okay, here. So Phase 5. So next year, yeah. So next year we're gonna have. So Phase 5 is so okay. Let me explain this. Let me post the Wikipedia here for you to show the folks. So Phase 5 is actually gonna close next year, 2025, with Thunderbolts. So and Phase 6, like that's so Phase 6 is actually gonna start with Fantastic Four in July, and Blade is gonna actually come out next year in November 7th, 2025 in Phase 6. So so we're gonna have like 4 projects in 2025, and they're not gonna be in the same phases. So yeah, just like go down here and then
What are we looking at? What am I looking at here?
go to films section. Yeah, right there. So you see there, that's the Phase 5 films we have. So Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be scheduled July 26, 2024.
Okay,
It's going to be the
Fantastic Four is going to come out in Phase 6.
yeah, and Blade. So and so we're going to have 4 MCU projects next year, but the weird thing is those 4 projects are going to be in different phases. So Captain America 4 and Thunderbolts are going to be the last 2 Phase 5 to close out this phase. And then Phase 6 is going to start with Fantastic Four. So, yeah, very just all over the place with the schedule.
So what does that mean as far as the release date for the Fantastic Four goes, though? Is it still coming out in 2025?
So, what is it? I said yesterday, I feel, or may I say, if I say it, no, I think it's Screen Crush or some other people. I think it's just a temporary release date. I think it's going to move prominently soon. Like
Didn't they move into the Thunderbolts release date?
Yeah, like up to May 2nd. I don't know. It's kind of tough because I mean you could put together a film so quickly it could be on schedule to release next year. So
well, yeah, I mean that's basically well, that's less than a year and a half.
yeah, I mean I like here's a good example of this. X-Men First Class. I don't want it to, but like that movie was put so quickly. I mean, it wasn't even supposed to be the next film, and they put it very quickly, like in the beginning of like January of 2010 of April, and then they stopped at April of 2011. So like it was a quick shoot for that film, so it can't happen. I'm just like I'm wondering if they're gonna stick with this release date. First off, let me finish this. Like, I think they should push this because, like, Superman Legacy is coming out in July, like in 2 weeks, and then supposedly we're gonna get a new Jurassic Park film in the end of June. So
didn't the last one not do as well?
Critically, it crossed $1 billion in box office. So yeah, it's weird. Yeah, but apparently Universal is making a new one. So I mean, whatever. So I don't want this movie to suffer, competition. But I mean, we'll see. But it's up to Disney to keep that release date.
Well, honestly, I'm just glad that they got the casting done. That's pretty much still my final thoughts to close this out, right? Like I'm glad the casting is done. As far as the film goes, if it takes till 2026 for the movie to come out, or the end of 2025, then so be it. It takes as long as it takes, right? That's just part of the new reality of the new MCU now. Is that we can't expect to have 3 or 4 films, I guess, every year anymore.
Yeah. And you notice, you notice, folks, the fact that we're gonna wrap up quickly with Phase 5, they're really shutting down the projects of the multiverse saga. So like we're gonna have a much more like concise and tightly woven storyline for the multiverse saga now moving forward after when we get to Deadpool 3.
They still have to recast Kang. They have to.
Yeah.
He's so instrumental.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That they have to recast Kang.
Yeah. So
like, I mean, final question on Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
A villain for Fantastic Four. Everyone, the big, all the hype seems to be that it's going to be Galactus, right?
Yeah.
I think that could work. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
And bring the Silver Surfer in maybe through the movie or whatever, whatnot.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think Galactus is a good start for Fantastic Four because, like, first off, you can spin off Silver Surfer into a solo film, and he could bring in a couple of the cosmic heroes that we set up from Phase 4, Phase 5, and put them there in the Silver Surfer film. So that's a good option to do Galactus and Silver Surfer right away. And then plus, I don't know you know about casting. They have an actor in mind for Galactus. That's Javier Bardem, the actor that played the villain from No Country Old Man, Skyfall.
Yeah.
I like that choice. That's a really great actor. I like him. So they're just waiting for his schedule to be clear.
It'd be good to see Galactus in the MCU. It really would be. I don't think it's a good idea to have that female herald of Galactus. That's the same, like the same thing as Silver Surfer. As I can see her as being like the undervillain, or like you know what I mean, like the underboss or whatnot. But it should be Galactus or something like that in that first film. I think. Like, why not?
Yeah. So, like, I want just briefly talk about like the Galactus trilogy that's from Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Like, Silver Surfer starts as like a lackey for Galactus, but later on in the story, Silver Surfer turns against Galactus. So that's gonna happen in the movie. If you know your Silver Surfer and Galactus stories. So, like, I don't think Silver Surfer is going to be a villain throughout the film. If you've seen the Tim Story sequel, The Rise of Silver Surfer, it kind of happened like that. So, like, I can see that happening again in the first film.
They already tried that though. That they already played that angle in the Fox X-Men. They're not in the Fox Fantastic Four. They're not going to want to do that again.
It's gonna be the same but different. Like it's gonna.
No, I'm not trying to get nitty gritty with it. I'm just saying, like, they already played that. Like it's got to be done differently. They've got time. If they want to, they can do a TV movie deal, like Werewolf by Night, right?
Yeah,
a special presentation or something like that, whatnot, and they can do that as an origin story for him, for that character.
Oh, no, I don't think they're gonna do an origin story for.
They have time. I'm just saying they have time to do it before Fantastic Four comes out, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to. I mean, honestly, he's not even a necessity for the films. I'm just saying I'd like to see Galactus.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we usually get his origin afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. Like they usually reveal the origin just briefly, kind of like Wolverine. Like in his first appearance in the first X movie, they briefly like address the origin, but then that's it. Like they move on. I can see that happening with Silver Surfer.
Would you buy, sell, or hold on a premise of we'll see Doctor Doom in the MCU before Fantastic Four comes out? Buy or sell?
Okay, like we see him before the Fantastic Four movie.
Buy is in you think it's gonna happen? Hold is like you're 50-50. Sell is you'd sell that.
No, I sell that. They're gonna hold Doctor Doom in a Fantastic Four film. Like I see it. We're gonna get him for a post-credit scene in the Fantastic Four movie, and then we set him up from there because, like, Doctor Doom needs to be in that Fantastic Four film, no matter what. You cannot like put him in any other movie. Like it seems wrong.
I mean, you you never know what could happen. There's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of YouTubers and whatnot. A lot of people out there that say that it's not going to happen. That's not the direction that Feige wants to go. But
Yeah,
they've
no.
gone before, right? And
Yeah.
they've done certain things. But let's move on into X-Men 97.
Sure.
You know, and then we can move on to The Walking Dead and The Ones Who Live. So I haven't seen this trailer yet, and
Oh god.
this will be really good. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got it, already got it pulled up. Let me get rid of the cancellation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're gonna be excited because someone
Watch the
will
series
be
finale
talking
of
about it.
X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you all.
What is
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
Oh, I'm not opening it.
We have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
Big shot.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
Heads up!
Yeah.
To me, my X-Men. Magneto.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Oh my god.
I don't like the way Magneto is animated in that.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
not a fan of that. I didn't really like the way he looked. Right.
Yeah. In the I mean, what is that? I need to. Yeah. Like he has long hair towards the end of the series, and yeah, it's kind of weird.
The long hair doesn't bother me. I just mean the way they drew him. Right.
Yeah. The animation is kind of.
I didn't like that. The hair. I don't mind him with the long hair.
No. Yeah, no. I agree with you. Yeah, the animation is okay, but we need to see the show in March 20th. See how good it is.
It certainly looks a lot more crisp. I mean, I'm going to play it again. You know, like I'll pull it back up again and whatnot and everything, and I'll play it again.
Yeah.
You know, in a little bit, whatnot. I figured we channel around a little bit, whatnot about it a little bit, and then I would play it again, and that way we could fast forward, rewind, and all that. Have that ability.
Yeah.
So this picks up at season 6, right?
Yeah. Season 5.
Season 5 off season 5, right? This is going to be season 6.
Yeah, it's gonna be season. Yeah, that's why it's called 97, because if they came back, if they had a season 6, it was gonna be around 97. So that's why it's called X-Men 97.
So this is when Professor Xavier's like been mortally wounded and whatnot. So like the Shi'ar or whatever whatnot have like taken him up to space and certain shit.
Yeah. So way back. We want to talk about that. So that's directly from the comics. So they're going to adapt that. So like Xavier's not going to be in the show. So that's why we see Magneto taking over the school, which that's something from the comic books in the Chris Claremont run in the 80s.
Yeah, he led the school.
Yeah. We're going to rewatch the trailer, but there's a brief shot of a trial in the UN. That's actually from the comic books called The Trial of Magneto, where he's being tried for his crimes. So we're going to see that in this show. So they're really adapting, again, just like the 5 seasons of the X-Men 92 show, they're adapting, storylines from the comic books, which is very cool and very nice.
Oh yeah, that is good to see that they're keeping that going, right? That it's going to be 10 episodes.
Yes.
We're going to be covering it here The first episode drops on March 20th. So whatever that Monday is coming after that, Wednesday when it drops, we'll cover it here.
Yeah.
We'll be wrapping up basically Rick and Michonne.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Double episode reviews, baby. Grinding.
Oh yeah, we're gonna grind it. I am so like I'm in. Let's do it. I mean, it's gonna be already March soon. I mean, in 2 weeks.
I know.
You know, it's crazy, man. But yeah, so let me say this out loud. I love this trailer. I think it was really great. I'm like so excited that we got like an X-Men like content. You know, finally, like the team.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I just loving the. This trailer just did everything for me as an X-Men fan. I do agree with Jeff. The animation is kind of okay, but I'm gonna serve my judgment when we see the show and see if it's good. You know, like I mean, like it took us for a while to enjoy the animation of What If, and I think the animation of What If is actually good, and a couple episodes. When the story is good. But yeah, so I'm just excited for the show. And yeah,
I am too. Jean Grey's pregnant.
Yes,
that'll be interesting to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah. We saw Bishop, so are we going to get another Days of Future Past?
I like Bishop too. I don't know. Didn't they already do the Days of Future Past already?
They do it twice in the first 2 seasons. Like the first one, we get the actual Days of Future Past.
Didn't they bring Chris Claremont in to help them write it or something like that, or whatnot for the animated show?
Yes, I think Claremont did write with the Wires with that 2-parter, Days of Future Past. Let me check. It's been a while for me to see. By the way, we need to review the X-Men Days of Future Past 2 episodes because I love that. I mean, I love the Days of Future Past storyline, so it's such a good storyline.
It is a good storyline in the comics.
Yeah. So the baby that Jean's gonna have, I like because there are a couple of kids that are connected to the Summers and Jean Grey. Like we got Hope Summers. That's like from the 2000s. I don't think that's not gonna happen in this show. That doesn't make sense. There's the other one called Rachel Summers, which I think
that's who it would probably be.
Yeah, who was actually the one that sent Kitty Pryde to the past in the Days
Wolverine. She said she was supposed to be the one to send Wolverine back in time.
Oh, in the comic book?
Yep, that's how they wanted it to be, but they changed it.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah. Oh god, that's like about time.
Yeah, she's supposed to be the one to actually be the one to be able to like make that happen, not Kitty Pryde. I like them having Kitty Pryde do it. We talked about Kitty Pryde before. I like Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, she's a good character.
It's too bad she's not on the animated show.
No, I mean, never say never. We can probably see her in this show, in this season maybe, but we'll see.
It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, there a lot of the other X-Men characters did pop up in the show, like Nightcrawler was in the show. I mean, Colossus is in the show.
I know. I'm happy to see that. I like Nightcrawler as a character.
Yeah.
I like Colossus. No, I like the team that they have assembled. They had to have Wolverine shirtless at least once in the trailer, right? I think he was shirtless like twice.
Yeah.
They started off with the picture of Jean and Scott.
Scott, yeah, in the first season, and
yeah,
and then
it's like the one that Wolverine clawed.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, and that became a meme in the internet. I don't know if you've seen those memes. Oh my god,
is that Morph in there? That Morph that I saw in there.
Yes, I say it was Morph. Morph, our boy is back.
Morph, man.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so great. It's great to see Morph back. He's alive.
So Wolverine drops his first. This one's for you, Morph.
Oh my god.
For you, Morph. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, and then someone is gonna like remind the team, look what happened to Morph.
Yeah.
And then we get a flashback. And it's like,
yeah, we'll remind the team. They'd be like, what about Morph, bitch?
yeah, what about Morph?
Morph's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and then we could. I want them to do is pan the camera, and he's like right there. He's there. He's in the team. He's not dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me run down the characters we have here. We're gonna have Caliban in the X-Men. We're in the X-Jet. You see this weird mutant that has like a white, almost like white face. That's actually Caliban. Because Charles Xavier's not with them, they need someone to track the mutants. You know how to find mutants, and Caliban is the one that they're having to do that. And if everyone doesn't know who Caliban is, he's a mutant that has the ability to track mutants. So that's why he's there.
We saw him in our reviews of the first season of the X-Men animated series. Remember, he was with the Morlocks.
Oh yeah. He's a Morlock. I forgot about that. That shot where the newspaper dropped.
Yeah, what's her name? Callisto was in there.
Yeah, and Leech. We see them, which is cool. By the way, the
Morlocks up in there. Yeah.
The Morlocks. Yep. That's funny.
We just did the Morlocks episode too.
Yeah, we did. That was our last episode.
It was. I know.
Yeah.
I'm reminiscing right now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, good times.
Such a good episode.
Good episode. I mean, we haven't talked about the Juggernaut. Oh my god. Good episode.
Let me play the trailer again.
Yeah.
It's only 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah. We'll get to the first shot of the
Series
TV.
finale
It's
of
really
X-Men
cool.
next Saturday morning. Check your local
Possibly
listing.
dead.
I'm grateful to.
So the background, there's an X-Men figure of Colossus. And then Jeff, who brought up the picture that Wolverine has, is right there next to the TV. Look.
Yeah, there it is.
It's so funny. And then the field cases is actually episodes of from the show. The one in the bottom is Days of Future Past.
All right, let me play this.
Yeah, play it.
Finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you all.
Pardon me.
My X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
We have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, Bob, keep buzzing in my ear.
Heads up!
The Sentinels.
To me,
Yeah.
my X-Men. Magneto.
The last will and testament
he's hurt.
of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Yeah. Hey, you know what this animation reminded me of? I don't know. You know the show, The Adventure Bros, from Tsunami. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
No, sir. I do not know.
Okay, yeah. So that will tell you. See, folks, you can tell where I'm from in my time period. It reminds me of some of like the Tsunami kind of animation. If you've seen those kind of shows, like I don't know, Book Doc Sense and the Aqua, the Force. I mean, so many times.
The Force.
Yes, it might like you brought up McNeil. That like the animation. It reminds me of that, which is so funny. But yeah, so that's what it reminds me of that. Or Rick and Morty, the TV show.
Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that kind of animation.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah.
I have an S-Men 97 Wikipedia thing pulled up. I wanted to look at it real quick.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. No. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just was going to basically read off the voice actors that are going to do the characters.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray Chase is going to be Scott Summers, Cyclops. Jennifer Hale as Jean Grey. Lenore Zan as Anna Marie Raven, Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
George Booza as Henry McCoy, Beast. Holy Chow as Jubilation Lee, Jubilee. Christopher Britton as Nathaniel Essex, Mr. Sinister. Allison Seeley Smith as Aurora Monroe Storm. Cal Dodd as James Logan Howlett, Wolverine. AJ Lacascio as Remy LeBeau, Gambit. Yep. And then Matthew Watterson as Magneto. Guy Agostini as Sunspot. Okay, he was in there. Okay.
Yeah, Sunspot was in the show.
That's right. Okay. And then Adrian Hoffer, as Nightcrawler, and JP Karlik as Morph. It says that the character's design has changed from the original series to a pale, hairless, and blankly featured look similar to the version of the character seen in the Age of Apocalypse comic book storyline in the Exiles comic book.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, Morph, so it's not
binary. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's weird. I thought that was Caliban. Okay, that's weird.
Isaac Robinson Smith does Bishop. Ross Marquand, we know him. Yep. He did the Red Skull in Endgame.
And The Walking Dead.
Yeah. And The Walking Dead as Charles Xavier. Gil Birmingham as Forge. I like Forge.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much. I'm not worried about the other characters. Oh, Cable. Chris Potter is Cable.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Potter is yeah, Robert Kelly's there as the president. That's
pretty interesting.
Yeah, then you got both of the tracks that's coming back and the Hellfire Club, Emma Frost and Sebastian Shaw. So yeah, they got mostly half the cast from the 90s show.
Ross Marquand gets work, man. He's done a lot of what if shit for MCU too.
Yeah. Apparently he did the Ultron primes and Doctor Strange too, which is funny. Yeah. So yeah,
yes, sir. What do you think? What final thoughts on the X-Men 97 trailer?
I'm stoked. This is the year of the X-Men, which is great. I mean, we got this and Deadpool and Wolverine. So let's enjoy it. And hopefully people is not complaining. It's like I have enough of that.
I'm with you on that, sir.
Yeah. I'm happy we're getting a second season. I was surprised they did that. That's another thing.
Yeah, no, and I'm really excited too. I'm looking forward to reviewing it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very curious what they're gonna do for this season, and have some mutant action.
I'm trying to pull up the stupid trailer for the Ones Who Live.
Okay.
In the meantime, to warm us up before we get to that point, I'll play some more of our throwback Dead City Daryl Dixon coverage. Woohoo!
Towards the end of the episode,
I already played that one. He's not like I mean the whole like tossing Pearly into the fucking ring with the walkers and shit, all crap and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, honestly, look, I don't. I tend to want to be optimistic. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, though, I'm gonna give the episode probably like I'm gonna give a solid 7.5 because
they better bring it strong, like these next 3 episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, and like build it up real good for the finale, and then kill it in the finale to carry over into the second season. Because right where they're at right now for me is that like I'm a little bit like I don't know. I would have thought I would have been more entertained.
I'm getting home
at this point by the series now than I've gotten, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I see why. I get this. This is going to be 8 out of 10 for me. So like a big up from episode 2, but the same like episode 1. I think this was a better episode than episode 2. It just gives me everything like character development, more time with the characters, you care for, more will building, and I think that's very important, in shows like, comics and all that. I think this episode did a really good job, but I do agree.
There you go, buddy. Are you enjoying the reminiscing?
Oh yeah. I can't believe it's like, it seems like yesterday we done those videos.
I know. You ready for the first trailer?
Yeah. And first, like, he always has this funny, like, I mean, everyone knows Interlinking is British, and he's doing this Batman voice. And it's like, he just gets so funny. He's like, this is not gonna happen. We cannot do this. There's other ways to do this. I was like,
so what do you know about this whole CBM military deal?
Okay, so is this from the comics? Like, that's what I presume. They're like another antagonist.
Republic military, led by Terry O'Quinn as Beale, the Major Beale. Major General of the Civic Republic military.
Yeah, so they're I don't know if they're made up for the show or I think they're characters from the later Walking Dead run for the comic books from Mr. Robert.
They're involved with Jadis and like how acquiring Rick. Like they were the ones that like that from what I understand from through research, they were the ones that torched Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right? That was them. And like whenever you saw Rick see the helicopters, that was always them.
Yeah, and they rescued him in season 9, something like that, when he left.
I can't remember when that season was.
Yeah, because I know Rick leaves at season 9, and then
the first 10 that Michonne leaves and tells the kids that that she's going to look for Rick.
Yeah, and then 11, because season 11 they do a time jump. That part I do know. Like they did a time jump, and then everyone is doing
that's when Daryl and her had got the scars and all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then once after that they battle some villain.
That's when they fought the whatever the fuck those one villains were, or whatever, whatnot, the Whisperers or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I don't know. They're the season finale villains. Because they were much earlier villains for 8 to 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know who are the villains, so I don't know what's going on with season 11.
Either way, the trailer looked really fucking good, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, one thing I'm excited for is like we're going different locations, a lot of action, which is great. I mean, I was surprised they have the helicopter.
There's 2 trailers too. I only played the first one. There's another one for us to watch too.
Is that the teaser trailer? I think
that's the first one that came out, and then they came out with the last one like they came out like a week later or something like that.
Yeah, this one is like the last one. Yeah. So I really like the trailer. I mean, it's great to see Michonne again. She's a great character. I always liked her.
It's good to see her out on her own.
Yeah.
Doing her whole deal where she's got the walkers, like roped up and shit, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Cut up and everything, like carrying shit.
Yeah. And what else? I like what is it? Rick. Seeing Rick again, it's great. I mean, By the way, he looks so like he hasn't aged a bit. Do you notice that, Jeff? He looks the same from like the last time we see him.
Yeah, and they're saying that the time jump, it's like been like 10 years, isn't it, or something like that?
Yes. Let me double check that.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, because I know they did a time jump.
No, I mean honestly, folks. Andres and I, we basically both fell out from watching The Walking Dead right when Glenn died. Right,
Yeah.
like, that was basically it for us. Like a lot of the people in the fandom that just kind of left at that point. It was right when Glenn died. So, this is the first time I've seen the trailer. This is the first time you've seen the trailer, Andres?
No. I seen this trailer before. It was last week. I saw it, or 2 weeks, something like that.
So. Okay. What I was going to say is just that. So, I mean, we covered Dead City. We covered Daryl Dixon, but we're not Walking Dead like Deadhead enthusiasts, or whatever, whatnot, right? Like, we're taking it as we're going. So far, this looks really good. I'm ready for the other trailer. I'll tell you right now. I want to watch it now. I'm starting to get more excited about reviewing it. It's going to be fun. Daryl Dixon was really good.
Yeah, Dixon was great. That was our favorite. Dead City, let's forget about that for the better.
Maybe season 2 will be better.
Yeah, I think season 2 would be better. Yeah, I agree. Here, I'm finding like, yeah, they don't confirm they did a time jump. It's like weird.
Maybe I just heard that in one of the videos I listened to, or whatnot, before the show to try to review.
Yeah, I heard that too. It was either Screen Crush or some other videos hearing that they say that.
There's this one YouTuber that specifically does The Walking Dead that I follow.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they never say years. I think it say like couple months. Like I don't know what that means, but here, let me check the finale because I know they probably will say something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to grab that other trailer.
Yeah. So, yeah, rest in peace. Very funny. Yeah, like Rick and Michelle does return the finale, which is very interesting. So, but just flashback the main characters. So I'm looking at the finale. Say like a year later. Yeah. Okay. So not too far of a jump. Like it's just like a year. Like a 1 year time jump.
From like the last season of The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Yeah, after defeating the villains and all that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, which is good. If you say 10 years, then 10 or 8 or 6 years, then it's like, oh, okay, that's just
Rick almost looks younger now than he did when he was on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's like he hasn't aged.
And what is that city that they're living at? Is that like Philadelphia or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Let me check. Let's see this. Let me go into the show. Okay. Yeah, they don't tell me where they're at. Okay.
Finding these stupid files sometimes is so damn hard, folks. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and it's hard to get information as well. Yeah. Hold on, let me. It has to be Atlanta or something like that. Well, when we see the episode, they will confirm where we're at in the location. Because right now it's just kind of.
Unfortunately, it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, you do think this is going to be a second season? Like this is going to be ongoing?
I would assume,
right? Like just like Daryl and Dead City.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know if it's all going to interconnect. That I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That I mean, I really don't. I know that I think they're going to connect Daryl and Carol together, right? But
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to connect Dead City to Daryl. Do you?
No. I think they're doing like the Star Trek thing where everything's like their own thing, but they're in the same universe. So, I mean,
yeah, they're not trying to do MCU shit or whatever, whatnot. They're like, that's not the direction I think they're trying to go.
Yeah, I mean, the only time they would probably do it is if they make a movie. Because I don't know if you remember this, but like this show, actually, this is something that a lot of people don't know about this show. The ones that are the ones who live actually was supposed to be a movie. That Rick and Michonne was supposed to be, I think, a movie,
like a TV movie.
Right, like a TV movie or in general a movie. I think they were trying to do, but
I remember.
Yeah, instead they made it into like a limited series show, just like a lot of the spin-off shows of The Walking Dead. So, but yeah, I think that's not a bad decision. I mean, the one good thing is like we're getting a lot of the popular characters that we like to be focused.
I'm getting home.
I have to
see that trailer.
Find.
No, it's different.
Yeah, to play it. Here, let me go to YouTube. There's
I got it. I'm gonna play it right now.
Okay. Let me know.
On the other one.
Okay.
But the audio cancellation's off, so you can go ahead and talk if you want, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, did you notice anything else watching that trailer again?
I mean, not really. Well, I am kind of curious who people go are with Michonne. That part, because I see one of the actors I think is from the Willow show. That if he's there as one of the.
Is that no? That's not who that was.
Yes, it is. It is 100%. Hold on. No, hold on. Or maybe I'm daydreaming.
It says Pollyanna McIntosh is going to play Jadis Stokes.
Right.
Leslie Ann Brandt as Pearl Thorney. Carrie O'Quinn as Beale. Matthew August Jeffers as Nat. Andrew Batchelor as Bailey. Brita Wool as Aiden.
Okay. Here, let me check the cast. Here. Yeah, Nate. Okay. Not too many. Okay.
And the story for the first episode was written by Scott Gimple, Dana Guerrera, Andrew Lincoln.
Oh, really? They noticed that down there. They're writing it.
Guerrera wrote the fourth episode.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's really cool.
That is pretty cool. All right, you ready for this other trailer?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right.
I think this is the trailer I saw, which was, oh my god, so good. Yeah. So I guess we're watching it it's this army wants to take over the whole nation and do like a new fresh
They're the
start.
remnants they're left from the federal government, I guess, or whatever, whatnot.
Yeah. So I mean,
they've always been there behind the scenes, kind of, right? Like the whole time.
Yeah. That's what it seems like. Because I remember, was it like season 9? Like,
worse for them, obviously. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like he's their prisoner, right? And and he's basically working for them, doing whatever the fuck they're doing, right? Whatever, we don't know what it is, but wants to get away so he can go back to Michonne, right? And Michonne is out just looking for him.
Yeah, well, he wants to get back to the father. Remember,
And somehow Midget became a part of the equation.
Yeah.
Fucking Willow decided to become a part of fucking The Walking Dead.
My bad. I thought I was like, was that Willow from the show? I was like, why?
Fucking Willow. Oh my god, man. Jesus.
Yeah. So I was like,
if they put Willow in that shit, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, he's a great actor. I mean, he
You're talking about Warwick Davis.
Yeah, Warwick Davis, right? He's a great actor. I mean, he played the Leprechaun, for God's sake. And the the horror slasher film, Leprechaun, and he played Ewok. He's the Ewok from Return of the Jedi. So
yeah. I don't know. Honestly, Andres, I don't have a lot. I don't think I'm going to go real late tonight, folks.
No.
I don't really have a ton to say about really as far as the preview goes. I listed who the characters are and who the actors and actresses are. You watched the trailers. We just watched them. I'm excited to review the series, but I really don't have any real firm clue as to what the story is of the series, right? Like I don't have a clear synopsis in my head yet of what to expect until we get into that first episode, right?
Yeah. Like I think so. Like like
which
my prediction,
because our first review is next week.
Yes. Yeah, it's the next week. My thing, I think the show is going to be what Carol and Daryl second season is going to be. It's like we're going to see Michonne and like
like a duality, kind of a dual, deal, where like you're split time between
these two characters, and then I don't know if they're gonna like actually put Rick and Michonne together finally in the finale. That could happen, or they're gonna pre-launch that, which I don't know. Like
I think they're trying to build speculation.
Yeah,
right? That they didn't want to. Maybe that'll happen in season 2. Because you don't see them together.
No, and and the shots we saw in that teaser that you showed us now, like it has to be like, all right, Rick is in the army, and then that's where maybe he encounters Michonne finally. But we'll see. I hope they put them together towards the end of the first season, because you cannot keep them like apart. Because like you don't want to be similar to Daryl and his second season, with Carol, all that.
I noticed when I looked at the IMDb earlier that like it only shows like 2 episodes next to Danielle Garia for the whole season. So like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, so I don't know. I didn't know what to think of that.
Yeah, it has to be it has to be like there's going to be 2 episodes where we're going to focus on Rick, like where he's been, you know what I mean, and then we come back to Michonne, and
something like that, yeah.
Because like you remember, Rick has been gone for like 2 seasons, where Michonne left, just for 1 season, and that's it, So
they don't have episode lengths or anything like that and whatnot. All they have is just the date. The first episode comes out on the February the 25th, and then we review the first episode on the 26th. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun. Again, it was fun doing Daryl Dixon. It was fun doing Dead City, even though Dead City kind of stunk a little bit at times.
It was a fun show. But it did have like flaws.
Yeah, which that's right. And Daryl Dixon didn't have a lot of flaws.
No, I mean that show was very it was very confident what it was doing. So.
Yeah, without question. And I feel like the tone. You can see the tone in the show and Rick series is a lot heavier than any of the other spin-off series, right?
I think it's consistent with Daryl a little bit. Like, it feels epic, and like, The Walking Dead is very.
But in the Walking Dead scope.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Like, when I heard the Fear the Walking Dead, it's very stupid and very campy, and I don't know about the other shows, but it never took itself serious. Like the main ones, like we're seeing here. So yeah, it's much more heavier, which is good.
Most definitely. So pretty much, I mean, what are your predictions? What do you think? You think that this, without question, this will be a better series than what we saw with Daryl Dixon and Dead City? This will be the better one out of the 3.
I mean,
there's Rick and Michonne, so like that, an automatic lock thing.
Yeah, so right now it has a 92 for Rotten Tomatoes, so that's a good sign. That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I like Daryl so much. It could be second. I have like
yeah, it's a possibility. It could be.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be second best after Daryl, and dead last is Dead City. No pun intended. Dead last.
I'm rocking my The Ones Who Live t-shirt, baby. What's up? What's good? That's my 97. There we go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited to wear that shirt on our review, and I'm happy we got another Walking Dead shirt.
All right. Well, you know what? Why don't we get out of here, folks, sir? Why don't we call it early tonight? Well, now we have a lot of big shows coming up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't we cut out of here? I'm sure you got projects to work on.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So let's do a recap of this week content. Wednesday, Superman versus Elite review. Check us out. Friday, John Wick. Please come to that. And then next Monday,
10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, we covered the first episode of Rick and Michonne, The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And we'll cover some kind of pop culture. We'll probably cover the what I was testing you about earlier on the phone, the casting rumors with Captain Britain and Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It's something else. I don't know.
We'll probably discuss that next week.
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
But it'll be we'll do Rick and Michonne episode 1 review first.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Any final words, sir, before we head out of here?
No, please check out our content in MC Bleeding Edge, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Monday report. And please check out my content, Andreas Pokemon Channel Presents.
Peace out, folks. Have a good night. I love you.